Alright guys, so here's a video on the transformation section of the concept quiz that you took yesterday on Thursday. Now I want to kind of go through each of the three types before I tell you what the answers were for the quiz. Now first of all, translation is another word for that would be shift or move or slide. And actually I think slide was the word that we used in class, so I'm going to erase that and use that. So slide. So for example, with this purple triangle I've got over here, if I translate it, that would look like this. Okay, notice I'm not turning it, I'm not flipping it, I'm not changing it, I'm not making it bigger or smaller, I'm just moving it across the page. So that would be a translation, where I just simply move the picture. Reflection, think of like a mirror. When you look in the mirror, you see the flipped version of yourself, the opposite version. So the word we talked about in class is flip. Now if we go back to the triangle again, I believe I can flip this. Oh, I can. Okay. So if I flip it, it looks like that now. I flipped it over, I guess, the y-axis, we would call it, left and right. And I can flip it back. Let's see. That's back to the original, and then I can flip it the other way, up and down like that. Okay, so that would be a reflection where you're flipping it over an axis. And then the last one, rotate, that one's probably the one that we recognize most easily. Another word for that would be to turn or spin it. So if I did that with this, it would look like that. That would be rotating my picture. Okay, so now let's take a look at our three pictures that we did have. First one here, we're starting with this black triangle, ABC. Now, how do we get to this blue one? Is it sliding? Is it just moving left, right, up, or down? Is it flipping so that it's just opposite across a line, or is it turning? Well, it doesn't look like it's sliding. I mean, point B, A, and C are all facing different ways than the original one, so it can't be a translation. It's not flipped over this line, okay, because otherwise B would just be over here, so it must be a rotation. It's being turned around to get that picture, so this is a rotation. Okay, let's look at the second one. We start with the black one again, D, C, B, E, and it goes to this blue one over here. Now, are these points all facing the same direction that they originally were? Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like nothing has been turned. It's not flipped over backwards. It's not like this is opposite or anything. It's just moved, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 spots to the right and 1 spot down. That would be a translation, a slide. So that's translation. Okay. And then we'll look at the last one. Again, we're starting with the black one. Did it just slide down across the line to get this blue picture? No, it looks like it's definitely facing a different way, so it can't be a translation. It doesn't quite look like it's turned, because then the letters would still be in the same order. M would still be here, K would be there, and L would be there. It would just be turned around. So that's how you can tell it's a reflection. And you can even look at the points. M is 1 space away here, and it's 1 space away there. L is 5 spaces away here, 5 spaces away here. So it's perfectly flipped over. It's a reflection. So make sure to make those changes. Maybe even put an explanation as to why it's those answers, just in case you got those wrong. And feel free to ask your teachers if you're still not sure why these are the answers to each of them.